I don't know if that would sit right with me. I feel like
that or blood diamonds.
That's cultural appropriation. That's like,
You just did a cultural appropriation. I just did a racism. It's all good.
yeah, same
This is
thing.
going straight to the trash.
Same thing.
We're rolling.
We're rolling. All right, and welcome back to another great episode of the Dingbat District. I am excited for this episode because we have an amazing returning guest, a longtime friend of mine since I've started stand-up. Y'all give it up for the Anthony Ramoz. Hello, buddy.
Hello.
Will y'all go ahead, or you go ahead and plug up your social so everyone can follow you and get an idea of what you're running with shows-wise?
Oh, we do that already?
Yeah, I like to do it up front because we have low retention rate.
It sounds like you need to work on that first. God.
No, I want people to know where you are.
Hey Ramos on Instagram. You can just follow me there. That's where all my stuff will be for right now.
Anthony is also a showrunner and show booker. He puts on great shows out of Reno's Chop Shop in Deep Ellum. Y'all come out to a great show. He just had Sam Miller on a few months ago, and that was incredible, man. He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's really nice too. He's a gentle giant, really cool dude. I really like him
awesome.
a lot.
I like him a lot, and I've been following him on Facebook, I think, since before I started comedy. And I just recently saw, like 2 weeks ago, he's getting checks from Sirius because they're playing his on the comedy circulation stand-up network.
He got really big from a TikTok reel, and then
really,
yeah, and then his TikTok reel wasn't even anything with his comedy either. It was just like he sent a random dude at Denny's an egg. Like from the kitchen.
I saw that.
Yeah,
that was so.
He just ended up getting viral from that.
He's just a silly dad at this point. That's great.
He's great. I love him to death. He's awesome.
But I did want to talk about this because Anthony just got back from Japan, and I wanted to hear all about your trip because I did get to see a bunch of cool, funny pictures of you pointing at deer and other Japanese things.
Yeah, we were soy jacking.
What is that?
Soy jacking. It's like the meme. Just it's place, but place in Japan. It's like poggers. That's kind of what I think. That's what they're saying.
You might as well be speaking Klingon to me, but I love it.
Dude,
I'm in for it.
You know what's up is that I'm 28 and Paxton's 22, and he doesn't understand any of this.
23,
whatever, dude. But yeah, no, yeah, we were.
It's because I'm not a weeb.
It's a dumb meme thing. Me and my friends were soy jacking at everything.
I think now that you've said that, now that you explained it, I know what you're talking about. I didn't know it was called. What was it? Soy
jacking.
Soy jacking.
Yeah, we were just doing that at everything.
That sounds like a thing you might pay $45 in a sketchy neuro massage place for.
You can. Well, never mind. I
want you to jack the soy out of me.
Not gonna expose Japan's like that, but yeah.
Yeah, sex workers are sex workers.
Well, no, I mean, I didn't encounter any. Now we had the chance to.
No rub and tugs?
No, you have a lot of chances out there. It's up. Is like, you're in a weird neighborhood whenever there's a lot of dudes standing outside the clubs trying to get you to come in. And they all say the same thing. They're like, "Oh, my friend, Japanese girls inside." I'm like, no.
Bring them outside.
No, we had a friend with us, and he would just always say the same thing. He's like, "Oh no, sorry, homosexual." And we would just all walk away. You don't have to say all of us. But,
they just pitched it to y'all's group, and you're like, "Oh, the gays, they want to come to Japan. Come on out."
But no, it was fun.
Get a group deal.
Yeah, it was a fun trip. I had a lot of fun. I kind of want to move out there if I'm being honest. But
really, do you think you could survive out there?
Yeah,
it seems like, just from what I've seen, like it's just always a lot, like just a different New York. Is that the case, or where you were? Or
it depends on where you are. Like in Tokyo, like Shibuya, Shinjuku, yeah, of course. But like there's some wards, like some parts of Tokyo that are busy, yeah, but they're not nearly as busy as like New York or anything like that. Like one spot we were staying in is this suburb area called Itabashi, and that ended up being one of my favorite places just because it was so calm. It was like as suburb as you can get in a city, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay, so it was just like on the outskirts of town. So it was like not a Highland Park, but like not Pleasant Grove.
It's like
Jesus
uptown.
Christ.
It was literally like uptown.
Yeah.
It's literally just kind of like uptown, but different architecture and stores and whatnot. But it's really nice out there. I had a lot of fun.
That's cool. Were y'all doing just like Airbnb? Is that what they do out there? Or
We
is
did
it like
Airbnb for a couple of nights, and then we did. Me and my buddy did a hotel because I had a lot of points that I could use, and so I was like, "F it, might as well." Haven't been using these in a long time, and so we did a hotel for like the last 3 nights, but we did mostly Airbnb out there, which is cool because you get to stay in like actual Japanese houses.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, instead of just like, hotels and all that. Hotels were cool.
What
but,
are there some like minor differences in the Japanese houses and like how they keep them that you notice? Like,
Yeah,
obviously
they
there's the
have-
big architectural differences, but like, what
They
are the small things?
They have thinner walls, very
Oh.
thin walls.
Huh.
A lot of the rooms are tatami mats.
Tommy Mats. Oh, like,
Tatami mats. They're like have you ever been to a dojo?
oh,
Yeah,
okay, I see what you're
like
saying.
those kind of mats.
And like flooring, and then you've got a bed on top of that, or you sleep on the mat?
I mean, you sleep on the mat basically, but you sleep on a pallet that you make out of like the bedding and all that. Which honestly, my back felt a lot better sleeping on that than when I got home.
Huh.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I didn't like
So
it.
maybe we're all just doing too much. Go back to sleeping on floors like homeless people.
And that
They don't have any money or anything like that, but their back is great.
the toilets are great because every single toilet has a bidet.
Ooh.
And I didn't realize this, but because last trip I didn't realize this. This trip I realized that you can adjust the temperature and the pressure.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like,
yeah.
And like it has a setting where like it could circle.
Ooh.
Dude.
Give me a little tongue tornado in my butt.
Dude, no girl stands a chance. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Not even a
Unless you got
chance.
Gene Simmons' tongue, you're not getting.
No, nothing for me, man. Like,
Dude, I want a bidet so bad, but right now I've just been redneck bideting it, which is where I wipe, go to the shower head up the butt, and then go back to wiping.
you isn't the shower head close enough to the toilet where you can just do it into the toilet?
No, they're on opposite sides of my bathroom.
That's kind of bad engineering.
Yeah, no, I'm about to gut it once I have more money. So in 35 years, I'll be able to gut it.
Yeah, for sure. So you just have to hobble over there with a dirty.
Oh, well, no, I mean, it's kind of dirty, but dirty enough is in like the way that everyone else does it, because I wipe it.
Oh, by the way, whenever you wipe your ass,
It's still dirty.
No, whenever you wipe your ass, you are looking to like see like how much you have to do left, right? Like everyone does that, shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like whenever you wipe your ass, like you check to see like, is the marker still there and all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you almost push trying to get the little last bit of the marker out. Almost get a
No,
hemorrhoid,
it's
and
gonna
then
make it worse.
Yeah.
You don't push and wipe.
No, you can't do that. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
That's how you get a hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But-
fold it
But
out.
sometimes you just got a fucking little rabbit turd in there.
I got a pocket pussy from Japan.
All right, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Do they just have Spencer's out there? What are you doing out
No,
there?
I got it from this store called Don Quixote, which Don Quixote is a gym in Japan. It's amazing. It's literally just a store with everything. Everything. Like, I'm not even making this shit up. Like the sex toys and everything are divided by a curtain, but right outside there's like toy cars and everything. It's
You want
so
some Hot
fun.
Wheels? No, I think I've grown up a little.
Yeah, and like the f***ed up part is like the 18-year-old signs are like head level for me, so like they wouldn't be existent for anyone smaller. And so it's like you can just poke your head in and see like these boxes that say "real Japanese hole," and you're just like, well, I can't get that back home. So
At that point, obviously, we'd all be in the sex toy side, but I'd be looking out to see who's still at the cars. Like, if you know that's on the other side of the curtain, like, why are you still looking at Hot Wheels?
I don't know, dude. Some people are just weird. Like I mean, I got a pocket pussy from Japan. I'm never talking to a woman again. I'm not gonna lie. Dude,
Is that something you have to disclaim on the way back from the plane?
No. I mean, I never. Okay, you want to know exactly what happened when I got home? So I got home.
You got a staph infection in your pee hole?
No. I got home at I want to say around 12:30, 1 o'clock on Thursday, and then from there I got Whataburger. Then I f***ed my pocket pussy.
Did you put some ranch in there to lube it up?
No.
okay.
It came with lube, which was the craziest thing.
It comes.
Yeah, it
Combo
came,
pack,
yeah,
hey,
it
baby.
came with lube and like little packets too, like individual use. I'm like, this is fucking so smart. And so, yeah,
Here's some lube, and then here's also some hand wipes, you fucking dirty
dude,
shit.
I did that, and then I ate Whataburger and fell asleep. I was like, I'm home. Like this is,
This is America.
yeah.
That is the definition of America.
No, I feel like we should be able to talk about pocket pussies though, because
yeah, why not?
like, women can have vibrators and shit. I have no problem with that. But as soon as I say, oh yeah, pocket pussy, all of a sudden, like, and by the way, I do know how ridiculous I fucking look right now and saying all that. You shouldn't take me serious, but at the same time, I'm making valid points.
We're on a podcast right now, and there's Farrah Fawcett, a monkey, and
We have not addressed the glasses yet either.
I don't want to. These are a new style.
Yeah, that's the fun part is we have not addressed them. Blake's not even wearing
Mine aren't
his.
prescription. What the Ramos?
I don't have prescription ones, unfortunately.
Yeah, do you think he was going to drop a band on you, Blake? You're a hell of a boy, but, I'm not giving you prescription, what's his name, Neo glasses?
Neo.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Morpheus.
Morpheus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Morpheus glasses.
Yeah, these are basically Morpheus glasses. They're
For Asian people.
They're very fucked. They're very stupid, but I love them.
They're not for Asian people, they're for tourists specifically, like 100%.
No, the guy that makes these owns a curry restaurant down in, I think it's Shibuya. And
Shibuya roll call.
And right around the corner is Don Quixote, which is like one of the big Don Quixotes.
My name
and
is
so
Paxton.
he just put all of his glasses in there and started selling them, and he makes a ton of money now. Yeah, like it's the coolest shit. They're just kind of like, yeah, I've been making curry for 25 years. By the way, here's some glasses, and no one gives a about the curry. Everybody wants the glasses.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, like your curry. Give me your glasses, dude. Like,
I want to look like a silly goose.
that's fucking great.
So
God.
back to the pocket pussy. That made me think of something. Back in, I think it was high school. Maybe all of our friends were in college, but we were in PlayStation parties, and so it felt like high school or something like that.
Okay.
But we had a friend like out of the silence one night, and he's got a dumb, ridiculous accent. I'm not gonna out him, but out of nowhere he goes, "Do y'all ever jack off and then just rub it in and say goodnight like lotion?" I was like, whoa, no. What the fuck are you talking about, you wackadoo? He goes, oh, that's not normal? I'm not normal.
I'm not disturbed by the rubbing part. I'm disturbed by the say goodnight to yourself part. That's what, like, something about rubbing semen and saying goodnight to yourself is oddly sad.
His skin was always soft. We always wondered why.
No, I have too much hair for that on my tummy. That wouldn't work.
You got a Persian rug?
No, I don't have a Persian rug, but there is a little bit of hair.
Oh, yeah, to where it just gets sticky and pokey.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
It's like that's what the top of my head looks like. That's why I don't fucking grow my hair out anymore.
Mine's starting to get full cul-de-sac looking.
Yeah, buddy, shave it off.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I've always wanted to still have a good, like, at a one. Like, get the full buzz, look like I'm the villain in a terrible boxing movie.
If you want to, you could
But
do
I don't think it's...
the hair fibers and look like a dumb.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Just like everything else, now I'm saving up money, but this trip is going to Turkey. I want the space rug like Soder.
Dude, okay, if you go to Turkey to get hair plugs, I'm going to make fun of you for the rest of your life.
You're going to make fun of me for whatever I do. That's why
yeah,
we're friends.
but like, I'll mean it, though. That's the problem.
You don't mean everything you say? That's good to know.
No, I'll mean the hair plug. I will make fun of you for that.
At that point, you can either go do a really good job or go and spend the money to have the best and then have a vacation as well.
What the are you going to do in Turkey?
I don't know. They have beaches or architecture or at least food. I don't know what to do.
Like, most cities in the world have architecture and like
exactly. Do you know where I've traveled to? Arlington. That's about it.
You need to at least go to Canada. Just don't go to Quebec.
No, I don't like the French.
I don't like the French either, dude. And you know what's funny? My trip to Japan made me hate French people more.
How?
I know.
Is there just a conglomerate of the
No,
French?
because they're the rudest fucking people on the planet. Like,
yeah.
No, I mean, so we would go into shrines and everything, and in shrines, they're a place of worship. Remove your hat, shut the up, and, like actually be polite.
Right.
But we go into these shrines, and French people like try recording stuff, and the police have to come and say like, "Hey, no phones." They get upset, start talking full volume, have their shoes on, and like they're just like, "What the?" And this wasn't one isolated incident.
This
is
every
like
Frenchman.
every shrine that we went to.
They just like at one point, all of them decided that like we gave up once and we'll never give up again. We'll just be assholes forever.
Dude, you know what's funny? So last time I was in Japan 7 years ago, there would be signs sometimes on some bars or restaurants that
no
say,
French allowed.
No, they would say no gaijin, which means no foreigners.
Yeah, no foreigners.
And then this last time,
Tokyo Drift.
and this last time that we went, like not too long ago, and we saw the same signs, but they didn't say no gaijin. They said no Europeans. But we would walk in, and there'd be British people and German people would be like, "What the?" And then they would say, "Oh no, they really mean they just don't want French people in here." So,
That's
like,
amazing.
They literally will turn away French people. That's how fed up the Japanese are with the French.
Take your croissant and shove it up your ass.
Dude, I
Go
can't
home and
stand
shave your
them.
wife's armpits.
They ruined Canada. It's insane. Like they ruined it.
I mean, like that's the only like if anyone's gonna on anyone in Canada. It's Canadians against the French, or French Canadians. But
Yeah.
and I was listening to someone talk about French Canadian comics in that all of their punchlines are just noises.
Yeah.
I listened to the set, and I have no idea what the guy was trying to say, but the punchline was definitely like just him making a noise.
Well, it's kind of hard to make punchlines whenever your language is just shitting out of your mouth.
There's no words. It's like all one word.
I am all here for the French slander. This is exactly what I came here for. Like,
Are we going to get in trouble if we say French slurs?
no.
Those frogs. Is that right?
Yeah, frogs.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck about the French? No one's going to defend the French. What the hell?
There's groups for everyone now. Like, it's just someone slips on the French. Like, I'm tired, man. Someone else can defend
Something
them.
about Dustin Poirier knocking out Benoit Saint Denis did something to me. It woke something up. I don't know
That was
exactly
so-
what it is.
Oh, Blake, I know you're happy now because we just brought up
Oh,
UFC
yeah, we
again.
did. Yeah.
I know you want to take this one a little bit.
No, I don't. I want to see where it goes.
Okay. But we're all UFC fans in here, and Dustin Poirier is a bad dude. I like him too because he's not necessarily an asshole. Like, he's the UFC's Cody Rhodes, because I just watched UFC WrestleMania #1 last night. Or not #1, but the first part of it.
WWE.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said UFC.
Oh, WWE WrestleMania Part 1 of 40
Big
or 50.
difference there.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I know. And
you
it's
watch some people play hokey pokey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Like,
stick your dick in, pull it right back
I
out.
watched a little bit of it. I was like, I'm just curious as to what this is, and I like turned the channel to it, and I see what's his name, Aquaman, fucking spear the Rock.
Oh, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, like he speared the Rock, and the Rock had like the pouty look on his face, like whenever a kid like gets hit too hard in the back or something, he just had
When they
that
fall
look.
down and they have the 5 seconds of figuring out if it's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I was just kind of sitting there like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Yeah.
I get why people like it, but at the same time, it was so
It was-
goofy.
Yeah, it was entertaining at most, but it was fun to see Rey Mysterio beat the shit out of his shitty kid. I hate his son. Jason Kelsey got in the mix and won the fight for Rey Mysterio. That was pretty neat. And I called it out from the beginning, but everyone was too drunk, and then Jamie thought he figured it out first. I was like, no, but it's all right. There was a super hot emo chick, and she was the one that defended the belt again. So I can't remember her name, but her nickname is Mommy, and I was like, that's a weird name. And then she wrestled, and I was like, that makes sense.
It was funny. I turned the channel from goofy ass WrestleMania. I was like, this is stupid. And then I watched F1.
Sex in the City.
No,
Oh.
I watched F1 just to watch Max Verstappen win again. Like,
And you can cream your shorts, and then it was just as gay
I don't
as
know
wrestling.
why I keep watching F1. It's the same thing over and over and over again. It's like whenever the Patriots couldn't fucking lose. It's just annoying to watch.
In all honesty, and this is just how my dumb brain works, but if people aren't hurting people, or it's baseball, I don't want to watch it.
Why do you want to watch baseball?
I grew up playing baseball. It's just love for the game now, and I'm just now back in. I gave up on watching baseball altogether after Nelson Cruz fucked us twice, but they won the World Series last year, and this year I'm gonna pay attention.
Dude, I don't think I've been to a Rangers game in like, a little over 10 years.
Wow, so you haven't
Yeah.
even seen the new stadium?
No, I haven't.
It doesn't feel the same. I miss the old stadium, but it's nice. People will come play here now because it won't be 115 on the field.
How many Rangers games have you gone to?
In my life or this year?
in your life?
Too many to count.
Yes, yeah. I think
It was-
I've gone to like 2.
It was our vacation when we were poor because we could walk to it. It was like $7 for 3 tickets, and then I could put my feet on the dugout because they were terrible in
You sure
2004.
you didn't go to Rough Riders games?
It was when the Rough Riders might have taken over the Rangers. It was
That sounds like
so
a Rough
bad.
Riders
It
game.
sounds
Yeah.
like $7. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, dude. Sounds like you saw the Frisco Rough Riders. Like,
Nah, man. I've been to a lot of cool ones too. Like I was at the game where Sammy Sosa hit his 500th home run and retired.
500th?
500.
Is that wrong?
500.
500th. Whatever. Shut up.
Are we selling drugs? Like
Yes.
this?
Are we? Can we? We're not making that much money.
I wish.
Yeah, fund this shit somehow.
Exactly. Give us ad sponsors so I don't have to become a criminal and go on 60 days in. Actually, don't do that. I want to be a part of my new favorite show. What were we talking about?
I don't
Wrestling.
know.
No, we were talking about UFC, and then you took it to wrestling, and then
Yeah, where was I going with that?
You're trying to see if I'm a big wrestling guy, but
No,
I,
it wasn't even
uh,
that. I know I'm not a wrestling fan, but I had a decent time. It was
I was at one point in time, and I liked Rey Mysterio a lot, and he's the reason I'm a Chargers fan.
San Diego. Yep,
Yeah.
I just realized that's their because Kyle Lambert was there. Shout out, buddy. I didn't realize 619 was the area code there. So like
Yeah.
my whole childhood of playing WWE 2K08, I played Rey Mysterio or I made a character named Gumbo Jones every time.
Gumbo Jones.
Yeah, he looked like Thomas Gunter, honestly, but just
Okay. I was
if
gonna
Thomas
say,
Gunter and The
I was
Rock
gonna
had a
say,
baby.
if you made him black, then that probably would have been racist.
No. He was white trash from the swamps.
Oh, okay, then that's fine. Then it's funny.
Yeah, he had a huge tiger tattoo on his whole torso, and on the back was an eagle, and he had an Alan Jackson '90s permed mullet and pork chop sideburns.
Do not be giving Gunter any goddamn ideas. You know damn well.
Thomas, do it.
He would.
We're trash,
fucking
baby.
would. Like, he's so white trash. It's insane. He cracks me the fuck up though.
Blake,
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it the whole time. Can we go ahead and pull up a picture of Mommy, the WWE? Oh, her name is Rhea Ripley. I just remembered. RHEA.
Oh yeah, I know who that is. I've seen TikTok reels of her and stuff.
Yep. I'd like to see. Oh, she's Australian. That's hotter. Wow.
I
Oh,
can't
no
ta-
shaved head.
I cannot take Australian accent seriously.
There was another Australian last night, and she sucked. But can we not get when she was a lesbian, Blake?
What do you mean when?
I don't know who the fuck these people are. So how the hell? am I-
Yeah, like this. Yeah, this is the one I'm familiar with.
Wow. Okay, so maybe last night was the first time she wasn't a lesbian.
I-
She had full, long black hair, and it was so hot.
She's a nice lady.
She's
There you
all. Ooh. Oh my God.
Oops.
Why would she be all dark and mysterious? Wow.
It's called self-expression.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, it's a white girl. There you go.
Well, she's got Sydney Sweeney going on too. That's what's nice.
Dude, okay, I'm about to say something that's gonna get me in so much fucking trouble.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I don't really find the big. I know why people think Sydney Sweeney's attractive. I just don't get it. Like,
Yeah, she's got big old mommy milkers, which is awesome, and they're
Yeah.
naturals. But her face is just regular.
yeah, she looks like a girl you can find in Uptown to me. Like literally, at the height of my drinking, I would see like fucking 10 Sydney Sweeneys whenever I'd go out with my
Yeah.
SMU friends.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I wouldn't talk to any of them.
Nothing-
I'd be too scared.
Nothing to this day. Actually, we were talking about this before. I wanted to get around to it because I watched it and I like it. Not like it. I'm gonna take that back. I enjoyed watching it in a different sense. But we just watched Quiet on Set.
Okay.
That's a great show.
Yeah,
I can't remember how
I hate that you prefaced that you liked it, but go ahead.
it was. It was very well done. I liked it. But that was great. However, I just want to bring up that now that everyone's talked about it, I want to get into the fact that they should have made it 2 parts because you end up hating Dan Schneider until the end of episode 2, and you're like, all right, compared to this other guy, Brian Peck, Dan Schneider's not that bad. He's just an asshole.
You know what's funny? I watched that series in its entirety in the craziest way possible, and that was
On a plane?
no. I had just woke up and I was jet lagged, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this documentary. So I just woke up getting pissed off, and like just at a TV show,
Just
but
the
I couldn't
whole time,
stop watching it.
Oh!
No, just the entire time, I'm like, what the fuck? There's another episode. Okay, hold on. Like, but
Yeah.
that's the craziest way to consume that fucking
Yeah.
energy.
My chick and I were watching it, and I was surprised that she wanted to watch it, in all honesty. But we were watching it, and like at a certain moment, she turned to me and she said I wasn't blinking for a little bit, and I was just like locked in on everything.
You were having a Homelander moment where you're just buzzing out, like damn, that's what my uncle did to me. Like, fucking
Oh man, I just now came back into you shitting on me because I just remembered why I would brought up the WWE earlier.
what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Because you said Homelander, and that's what I was getting at. Cody Rhodes was in the main event, and he walked out, and he's wearing all this shit, like his big ass jacket, and he's got the bleach blonde hair and blue. Dude, he looks like a Nazi. Like he looks like a Homelander Nazi. It is crazy, and he's just the stereotypical GOP good old boy type of
You
like.
see, Nazis are marketable whenever they're American.
Yeah, dude. Like everyone was cheering him on. I'm not gonna say which of our friends were because I don't want to out them. But I was sitting there like,
I got an
don't.
idea. I got like, as soon as you said that, I started thinking like I got an idea.
You might know. You
Yeah,
probably
no,
know.
I do know.
You know.
Like I do know.
You know.
Name rhyme with Jamie Jakes.
No.
No, but he is a
Bleep that.
chiropractor.
Bleep those. But yeah, dude. He was just like, as soon as he walked out, I couldn't remember what Cody Rhodes looked like. And then he walked out in this huge, it looked exactly like Homelander's suit in The Boys. And just fucking neo-Naziing it up. And they're cheering him on. I was like, this is weird. I got to go for the Haka, dude. I got to go for the Tongans now.
Aquaman, yeah.
Yeah, that and I grew up with a Tongan dude, so just Tongan people in general are like, yeah, I'm always down for a tribal tattoo.
I don't know, dude. I don't really give a fuck about The Rock anymore.
I'm all in, man. I'm
do-
all in. Appoint your tribal chief. Respect him.
I do think it's hilarious that they have sports betting on wrestling now. And honestly, if you're betting on wrestling, you deserve to lose your money.
Yeah. It's like people that play electronic games at the casino. They're like, they can rig that. Buy a program for you to
Yeah,
never win.
but the bright lights are cool, Paxton. I just
found,
won
like-
10 free games. Look at it spin.
Oh, you just won 10 free games and more chances to lose your money at the casino?
No, it's free. So I'm not losing anything.
I do want to take a casino trip so bad with the comedians, but also
Dude, none of us have
have
any
money.
fucking money. What
Yeah.
the hell are you talking
I know.
about?
I know. Like,
Well,
none
we're
of you-
gonna go do a show, get paid $20, and take you to Oklahoma. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Penny slots.
Hell
I turned
no.
18 and we went, and that was fun, and I miss doing that. But like, also, I'm not gonna go give them my money all the time because I walked in when I was 18 saying I'm gonna spend $100, lost $100 in 30 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna spend $200.
Dude, some of my family members go to the casino. I'm not gonna say which ones.
All of
but,
them?
like they fucking like no, they'll be texting like family group chat and shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm up 1,200 right now. Like,
Leave.
what the fuck?
Leave.
Yeah, and they're winning like fucking 2,400 a weekend, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm losing all my goddamn money, and like you guys are just.
What do you go
doing
and play?
this. They go and play either blackjack or just slots.
Yeah, I'll never play slots because that just feels like roulette in the same way, electronic
Yeah,
roulette. But
that's what I
what
do.
do you go and play where you lose?
Slots.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
Well, I don't like doing cards. I get anxious.
Well, but you got to do blackjack because at that point it's 4 guys against the dealer.
Yeah,
so
I know,
you can,
but I feel anxious, and I don't like being in groups.
well, you're just a wuss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
You're
a
gonna
pussy.
stick to video
I'm
poker.
a pussy, dude. Like I'd rather just go fuck
You-
with the rhinos. You know,
You do look like someone who's trying to make it as a video poker player.
I am actually. I know how fucking stupid I look. It's on purpose, honestly. Like,
Without the glasses.
no, yeah, without the glasses, I look fucking ridiculous too. This mustache is fucking dumb.
Speaking of the mustache and going back to Japan, you did comedy in Japan.
I did.
Dude, I saw that clip of it, and that clip, I've seen you do that joke a million times, and I
Uh-huh.
forgot how, like, not to sound shitty, I forgot how funny it was because I've heard it a billion times at this point. But you go over there and it fucking crushed. They love that.
They liked a lot of my material, which
That's
was
awesome,
really
man.
weird. That there was a couple of the there was a couple of female comedians on the show, and my friends were telling me that they were reacting pretty weirdly to the word bitch. Like, but I mean, no,
I've
we ended
heard
up
that
being
too.
fine. We ended up being fine, but like, I mean, like we ended up like saying a good set to each other and everything, and having a couple drinks.
Right.
But I didn't realize, like, I knew there was gonna be a cultural difference, but I didn't know it was gonna be in the spots that it was.
I mean, it's not even necessarily a cultural difference because I got into that argument with, shit, it might have been Selena recently. She was telling me, like, bitch is the worst word you can call me. I was like, no, it's cunt.
Yeah, there's a couple.
There's
No.
a couple that are worse. There are a couple things like never mind. But cunt is definitely worse than bitch. She's like, no, bitch is worse. I'm like, I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't even say the C word. Like,
Really?
No, I don't.
It's so fun.
I don't say it. But like, no, I have no problem with saying bitch.
Yeah.
And
I still don't
I
understand.
mean, it
that
got
one.
laughs. It got a lot of laughs and everything. But people were telling me like, yeah, like, not a lot of the comedians will usually take risks out here.
Oh.
They don't really like taking too many risks.
So it's funny that you're bringing that up because just recently I met a dude that came out here from LA to do stand up in the Dallas scene. And he's just an open micer at this point, I think. But he was talking about that he's coming from LA to Texas, and his buddy was like, bro, you're going to love it out here. You can say whatever the fuck you want. And then he got here. I was like, well, don't say anything you want. And we're hanging out in Fort Worth Hyenas, and the third dude just is going off. He said the 6-letter F word like 80 times in 3 minutes. It was incredible. This guy's like, wow, you can say whatever you want. I'm like, that's a bad example.
Yeah.
That's a really bad example. But
they have such a great scene out there. It's insane. The owners of Tokyo Comedy Bar, they really know what they're doing. It's insane. Like, I asked one of them, I was like, so this is the only club in Tokyo? And they go, yeah. I said, how come there's not any more? And then his answer still kind of shocks me because he goes, why? Do you think we need another one?
You're selling out constantly.
He was, yeah. I mean, they're constantly doing well, and he's like, well, why would we need another one? Like, we already have this. And the way that he put it was basically they don't want to like have competition because there shouldn't be competition. It's an art. Like, we should be helping each other is what they were telling me.
I get that, but
I like that.
It's the same way that a certain comedy club around here feels where they have a non-compete law. And I feel like if you were to get rid of the non-compete law, you'd be able to hit, instead of 3 in one weekend and then not hitting any for another year to come back down, you can hit as many as you fucking want and then love the area and stick around.
You just gotta abolish the whole clique mentality.
Yeah,
that's the problem, and it's hard. It's hard because people take this shit way too serious.
Right.
Taking comedy way too serious whenever you're an open micer is
an
very
oxymoron.
Strange.
Yeah,
it's very strange.
You take comedy seriously.
Like, let's be honest here. Nobody knows who the fuck we are. Nobody knows any of us. Dude,
the people we look up to right now that are doing well in the scene aren't like notable. Like the people that are working like, no offense to her, but people look up to Peyton Payne right now, and people that look up to, and she's amazing. She's about to break it.
Yeah.
But people need to look up to her that are going like, she's the best thing since fucking sliced bread. I'm like, no, she's getting there.
She's great.
But she's just passed at a club and no one knows her. She's got to be touring first for any sort of anything.
Yeah, nobody, like, people are just now starting to get to know Ralph really well.
Yeah, and that's only really just because George Lopez shit on him.
Yeah, but it's just weird because I love their mentality over there of we got to stick together and help each other out and really put each other on. And like it seems, and they do things so differently over there too with even roast battles.
Right.
I hate roast battles.
I do too.
I fucking hate them. They're so stale. There's only so many fat and gay jokes that are funny.
Yeah, and then you get roast battle people that you can tell they just wrote this joke a while ago.
Yeah.
And it's great, but it works for too many people, and they use that to their disadvantage.
And it's also, it gets to a point where it's like if you don't personally know the people that are on the roast, you're not going to understand anything.
Yeah. I personally, I like roasts of, but roasts of also don't matter at this point because
you got to know the person.
You've got to know the person getting roasted. Like, he's got to have some sort of fame. Yeah. We did one of Sean Kay, and it was very fun, and I love Sean Kay. And his people came out. But if his people didn't come out and it was just a crowd, it wouldn't have made as much sense. Because you can only go into so many you look like this, you look like that jokes. And then you got to build some context around the person.
You know what they do over there? At Tokyo Comedy Bar, they do roasts, but they do Roast Battle League is what they call it.
Right.
And they take advantage of the fact that Tokyo is such a global, like, tourist destination and do it where it's like, Trinidad and Tobago versus Italy, and they have a comedian from each of those countries.
That's fun.
Represent.
Yeah.
So like, and then they just make fun of the countries. That's really goddamn smart.
Yeah, that's way better because you get so many more things to talk about. Like,
yeah, and shit that people probably already know or don't know and can laugh together about.
Yeah, there's a teachable moment there. No one wants to learn what I'm teaching about my friend that's not a famous comic. Yeah. No one wants to care. So what's the crowd like out there in Tokyo? Is it mostly English-speaking people that are just out there, I'm guessing?
Yeah, the club was like, they told me it was tonight's going to be all English speakers because it was a St. Patrick's Day theme show. They had like an Irish band and everything too, which is pretty cool. And they told me, yeah, you can do all your material, however you do it. Just understand that for a lot of these people in the crowd, English is probably their second language. So,
kind of want to stick to
like I usually say repels women. I say scare women instead. just to kind of get the point across.
Right.
So kind of not dumb it down, but water it down just a little bit.
Yeah, get the more, for lack of better terms, mainstream words
Yeah,
that they're going to
more
learn.
accessible.
Yeah.
Make your set more accessible, and I had no problem with that. It was really fun. I had a great time. And,
That's good to know that there's also like a ample opportunity for English-speaking comics or English-speaking people in
All over
general
the
to go
world.
out there and
All over
be
the
able
world.
to facilitate it.
Literally all over the world. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, now whenever I travel, like I do want to try to perform in that country. Like I plan on going to Vietnam at some point.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like that'd be fun. Or I also want to go to Malaysia. I want to go to Indonesia. I want to explore a lot of the Asian countries and see like what's the open mic scene like down there.
Do you think you were all into all of that because you watched a bunch of cartoons? Like you were the first era of like really good cartoons and mostly cartoons?
in the sense of why do I like Asian countries?
Yeah, because they were the first to like really invent cartoons, weren't they? Like animation itself?
I don't know much about that, but I do know that I like Asian countries just because, I had a lot of Asian friends because I played video games growing up, and like
Right.
a lot of Asian friends from that. And I really just kind of fell in love with the food, and then after that, it was
Oh, yeah, you were. So Anthony's a fucking cool ass dude in that he used to be a sushi chef.
Yeah.
Sushi chef. God, that's tough.
It was.
That's fucking super interesting, man. Like, do you want to talk about that at all? Because I'd love to know from me working in restaurants and loving cooking as well.
Mhm.
But like, what was that like? Like, how long were you under tutelage for a Japanese restaurant? Was there even really tutelage? Like,
I use the word sushi chef very loosely
okay,
because, like, yes, I was technically a sushi chef, but in the eyes of like
Were you like a sous?
traditional Japanese like sushi chefs, I wasn't shit.
Right.
None of us are shit.
right. But you're also in a sushi shop in Texas,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's very
so like I was a chef that worked with sushi, yes, but like in terms of like was I a proper sushi chef? No.
Okay,
But I did work with sushi, yes, and I did do all the stuff that usually some entry-level sushi chefs would do. But
Right.
like, I wouldn't call myself a sushi chef. I was just a chef.
okay.
Yeah,
See,
but it was fun.
I
was
loved
hard.
cooking and stuff like that up until I got in restaurants. That's what.
Yeah,
It ruins it for you.
No, I liked it. I liked working in restaurants.
Would you
and-
go back, or are you glad you're
Hell
out now?
no, I wouldn't
Okay.
go back.
Yeah.
I liked it in the sense that it was really fun whenever I was young. Like, because the whole
It's-
culture around is just drinking and partying all
Drinking
the
and
time.
partying, and like even below that, it's just salt of the earth people that aren't offended by anything. Like
yeah,
it-
it really helps you build up. and,
people
like,
like
social.
us three specifically, and comics in general, they belong in restaurants.
Yeah.
That's why every single comic you meet, you're like, yeah, I was a server for 45 years,
Yeah.
and then I switched to comedy.
No, it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing it at the time, but as I got older, I started realizing, hey, all my friends have weekends off.
Yep.
I never have a weekend off, and I'm getting tired, and like they don't want to meet up at midnight anymore. They'd rather meet up at 9:00 when I'm still working, and so I started looking at jobs that could give me a weekend off, and got into liquor, and just haven't looked back. I don't really want to go back, to be honest. I like having freedom too much.
Yeah, and I want to believe that like the right restaurant I'd like to work in, but I don't think I would. Like I've just got the last 2 restaurants I worked in just really turned me off to working in them. Well, not the last one, but the 2 before that, I should say. Like I was a prep cook at one way too early. I was 16 years old. That's where the joke came from. And I just had a boss that was 45 years old, but he never made it out of high school. So like he was trying to show that he was the badass dude. And there was one time he hit on my mom, and which is fine. My mom's a pretty lady. I get it. But then I was like, yeah, my dad's here. And he was like, I'm going to go talk to him. I'm like, you shouldn't. And then things escalate. We start towel whipping each other in a different incident because we just didn't like each other. And
Was
he
this guy
towel
black?
No.
Okay.
No.
Why'd you
dick.
ask that?
I wanted to
He
see
was
if
trying to
he
get me canceled on
racist
my own
or not.
podcast. No. This guy was, I think he was just shitty white. Bleep this, actually, Blake. What I'm about to say. He looked like. Just exactly the
That's
piece of
fucked.
shit you think.
shouldn't say that about him.
Yeah. Yeah. But this dude went to towel with me, and I'll call him Seattle because he always reps Seattle for no fucking reason. Like,
That's
fuck
how you know someone's trash.
Yeah.
Tough man.
Yeah, you piece of garbage. Oh, Seattle? Okay.
All I know is you guys get no sunlight and you kill yourselves.
Yeah,
That's
it's the number
all I
one because
know about
everyone's sad.
Seattle.
Yeah, you're still sad, and that's why you come to work every day and make my life hell.
Ooh,
Buddy,
yeah,
like
Microsoft. Ooh.
good coffee. Like, oh, you're gonna pitch coffee to me to get you.
Dude, that's a fucking tourist destination. Is a Microsoft campus. That is dystopian as fuck. Come check out our corporate office. As a
Dorks rule the
tourist.
world, but we need to go back to bullying nerds. A nerd should be president, but other than that, we should bully him again. But
His name was Seattle.
yeah, we'll call him Seattle. Seattle towel whipped me in the specifically the left nut, and
Nice, good aim.
Yeah, it was accidentally good aim. Lucky bastard. Because I was bent over in the freezer, so like it
Oh,
just
he got you from behind.
Yeah.
That's a whole different kind of respect level right there. That's pretty crazy.
You'd say that
Yeah.
up until I locked him in the freezer, braided a towel, dipped it in water, and left it in the freezer so it was hot and frozen, and I got him right back. He had to
See,
leave.
that you just overreacted.
Yeah, fuck him.
Like, you overreacted. You're
Fuck
so-
that guy. He's 45 years old torturing a 16-year-old. Fuck that guy.
Maybe he had a crush on you.
No, that was Fran, the gay man that worked
Now,
there.
see, if this was a woman that did this to you,
I would've been turned on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If this
See,
was a Nickelodeon set, it would have been a documentary.
If he would have just stopped trying to hook up with my mom, I think I would have gotten over it. Even the nut tap, because I'm still used to that from football. But it was all the things, and then Seattle had to die.
you were being the crypt keeper. You're just, you're not gonna fuck my mom. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
die in this freezer.
At one point, I literally turned to him and like, "Do you want me as your stepson?" He's like, "Yeah, I'd bully you." And like, "No, I bully you constantly."
Yeah, I'd bully you.
It gets to a point where like every single day, I'm like, "If you fight me, I will win, and I'm 16, so you'll go to jail."
Did you ever work at mom and pop restaurants or just like okay? See,
Well,
that's
no.
that's where I think the difference comes in is because
Mom and pop restaurants probably seem nice.
that's all basically all I ever worked for.
Really?
I worked at Sonic, and then after that, I was like, I'm not working for corporations again. And now I work for a corporation. But like, I
went-
didn't want to work for food service corporations.
Yeah,
anymore.
that's such a bitch. Even if it's something as good as Benny Keith, I think I'd shoot myself.
Well, yeah, I mean that's why I liked working for independent restaurant owners because that's corporate.
Yeah.
It's really easy to like communicate with people and
My last job in college, I was serving at this Italian restaurant, and it was kind of sort of family owned, but it was like this one literal family, all with the last name, owned these 3 pasta fina restaurants, which is basically just the shittiest version of Olive Garden you can think of, and put it in a country town.
no, Olive Garden's
It's
the
pretty
shittiest
shitty, but it's
version.
worse. Trust me. But it was fun to work for them because they loved me, but they shouldn't have loved me. They just liked me for no reason because I was a bad worker, but I made them laugh. And we just do terrible shit. Like, they were Albanian, like, mobster-looking dudes, like Tony Soprano. All of them looked like Tony Soprano, just copy and pasted next to each other. The main owner would be helping us make pizzas, which is why I liked him, but he would also be chain-smoking cigarettes in the other hand while he hand-tossed a fucking pizza. I was like, that's impressive, but also gross.
I see why you didn't like restaurants. You worked for a
The
dude,
worst.
No, you worked for a dude that tried to fuck your mom and some fat wops. Like I'd be fucking turned off at restaurants too.
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad, but they were cool. Like, if I was the closer, which I always closed, they just let me drink while I was closing, which was pretty cool for free.
See, I worked for Koreans for most of the time.
Oh,
and
so you got away with nothing.
dude, I fucking love Koreans.
Really?
They're so cool.
I don't.
Like, they're
I don't think
fun.
I've ever met a Korean person.
No, you need to fucking go drinking with Koreans. They can fucking put it down. It's
Hey man,
insane.
I don't drink anymore.
Oh yeah, true.
How-
You need to get fun again and then go drinking with Koreans.
I'm pretty fun. I just like to
Fucking-
stay calm.
I haven't been drinking since I got back either. I did fucking break my sobriety and I did drink in Japan.
Yeah, but you were always planning on doing that. We talked
Yeah.
about that even when we did the episode that came out with Jamie in November. You were,
I don't remember that.
Oh, wait, no,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
that was
I was
the
fucked
day
up
that-
in that episode.
that was the day we
Drunk
broke
as
yours.
shit. I was drunk as shit.
It was
in
a great
that
episode.
That was a great episode.
That was my first as a producer too.
Oh yeah,
You
that
know,
was great.
it's really-
Go back and watch literally episode 5.
It's really nice to hear people whenever you're trying to get sober say like, "Yo, whenever you were drunk, that was really fun." Like, that's really fun to hear.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, shithead. I was angry constantly.
Yeah.
You were so fun. You mean, when I tried to fight everyone because I was an angry drunk? Like, yeah, it was fun.
I
Like,
don't get angry drunk.
I
I just
was
get
an angry
annoying.
drunk.
I get very annoying.
That's why I had to stop. I was an angry drunk. I like The amount of fights I've been told I was in is incredible. I have no recollection of most.
Yeah,
That's also might be CTE.
I just don't.
That's where the
I don't know,
dingbat comes in.
I don't like fighting. It's just it's boring. It's just not boring. It's just unnecessary.
To be honest, I miss doing it in a structured setting. Like I want to take kickboxing classes again or something like that.
Do Muay Thai. Don't be a bitch.
Isn't Muay Thai pretty close to kickboxing? I just like sniping. That's my thing. Like if I were ever to be a fighter, I'd like backing up and then using long arms and legs is to my advantage.
You'd have to lose some weight.
Yeah, shut up. But
no,
yeah,
I mean, no, not because
I
you're
know,
fat.
I know.
I mean, in sense of like if you want to have reach advantage on people. then you
I
better
know. But
lose some weight.
what you just saw is me reverting back to elementary school friends. You're like, shut up, Tubby. And you're like, oh, I know.
Like I know I'm fat. Okay, my mom doesn't have anything to help me with. Okay.
Yeah.
What's for dinner?
Other than everyone wants
Hobos.
to turn my mom into Forrest Gump's mom to give me things.
Forrest Gump's mom. Yeah, she got fucked by the teacher, dude. Yeah, that could have been you with the restaurant owner.
Dude, I could have been a straight A student accidentally.
Were you not a good student?
I was decent.
I was a bad student.
I wasn't good at being a student, but I could sit there and accidentally pull a B out of my ass.
I was a fucking pain in the ass because like I would do all the schoolwork very well, like when I was there, but homework I would just basically never do. And then whenever it came time for tests, like if I was bored, which 9 out of 10 times I would just circle A for everything, and then just turn it in and be like, I don't want to do this, and then just go to sleep. Like,
oh, Anthony, that's why your parents didn't think you were.
Well,
gonna
not
be
go to
anything,
sleep, but I would like daydream there. I can't sleep on desk, but yeah, I would just I just didn't want to do tests.
I miss the dreams that you could only have at a student desk where you fall forward and you wake up.
I've had a couple of those in bed.
Oh, I haven't had any in bed because I'm actually comfortable. But on a student desk, I made myself look like an idiot so many times. Just like that falling forward, like, I'm going to die. Oh, my God, we're in the classroom. But
Dude, no, people used to fucking actually fall out of their desk because they were high on Xanax. I remember that.
sexy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a dude OD in our bathroom.
What a loser.
Yeah.
Did he survive?
I'm sorry.
Did he survive? That's a great question, Blake.
That
I'm
sounds
just
mean.
thinking. He was such a non-factor in our school that, like, I can't even remember, which sounds
Yeah,
bad. But
Jesus Christ!
It's usually the people that are on Xanax. To be honest with you.
under the radar.
No, dude, I remember. I won't
No,
say
he's alive. He's alive.
I won't say his name, but like there was this dude that sat next to me in fucking history class. And history class at this point in time, I think it was junior year, was my first period. Mr. Calvert, or Coach Calvert rather. And the dude next to me, I look over and I just see him banging on his desk like this. And he's just crushing up a bar. And he looks at me and goes, "Hey, bro, you want some?" I was like, "No, dude.
I'm already pretty calm.
It
Thank
is
you.
7:27 a.m. I am good.
What are you stressed out about,
I
man?
do not want fucking Xanax. I am okay.
No, I was the kid that would do the homework when you handed it to me, half of it, and then when I got into class the next day, I'd do the other half. And then I never wrote anything down, but I'd pay attention and I'd be able to figure enough out. And when it came to math and science, that was what I was meant for. Like, I'm not good at English or history or anything.
I fucking suck at math. I'm the worst at math.
Blake, are you doing a BuzzFeed quiz? What is this?
No, it was XXS plus sized women. Let's see what that was.
Okay.
Blake, get off Pornhub. We're not
just
allowed to do
gonna
that in
look
Texas
at
anymore.
Porn now.
What's y'all's
Tinder.
replacement? Did they take it away while you were gone? You came back to no porn?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You got to go to X videos. That's just the next best.
I mean, you're making me like people wonder like if me being more depressed now is true, and it is, and that a lot of it, not a lot of it, but a good majority of it does have to do with the Pornhub ban.
But you got your pocket pussy.
Yeah, I know, and I don't have Pornhub, so
It's great, dude. It's the best thing for comedy. We're all gonna get so creative again because we're gonna have to start using our
I
imaginations.
don't think that's the case.
It's like the Mavs and the Rockets. Like they went like 12-0 combined.
Let's
since
let's be honest, dude. 90% of the comedians are fucking idiots. We just come up with shit randomly and we try to say it's on purpose and it's not.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
just something stupid we say.
It's one of those things where every time we come up with a joke, if you were a comics friend, you just like looked at your friend when it happened. You're like,
dude, that's why I don't like jokes that are like try to seem smart or have like double wordplay and stuff like that. Like that's cool. I can appreciate it.
I'm
it's
over
just not
wordplay. I'm
my thing.
over puns. When I first started at Reno's, because I mean, every bad comic's gonna start off trying to do one-liners because you can't write a 3-minute bit.
No, yeah, you start off thinking you can do one-liners, and then you do your first minute-long or minute-and-a-half-long bit, and it's usually about your ass getting eaten. That's
yeah.
That's
remember that one joke
goes.
you had that got Green Gator canceled?
Oh yeah. Oops.
So Blake, if you don't know, that was Jamie's original mic, the Green Gator before he had outfit, and the day that they changed over managers, Anthony was there doing a joke about fucking a girl in a full Nelson.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
she brought her kid. The manager brought her daughter.
Yeah. No, and then I did.
From then on out, no more Green Gator.
But no, this was at the time where I had an ass eating joke because I was still really new, and so I performed it. And the way I performed it, it was like I would get on stage and roll into a turtle stance, like on my back, and then like I would do the bit from there, saying like, yeah, she just kind of flipped me up like that, and all this. This is like fucking. I had to have only been doing this for like 3 or 4 months. Like it was very early on.
Yeah. That's man.
I don't do that bit anymore, thank God.
I look back at so many of my old jokes and like, what were you fucking thinking? Like, what, bringing that to a public place, you lunatic. Because you start off, once you go from one-liners, you go to just trying to say anything shocking. So to get some sort of reaction.
Yeah, some people get stuck there.
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
I don't know. Some people were good at it. Like James Garaby's really good at it.
Yeah, the Austin guy that always wears flip-flops.
Yeah, he's really good at it.
If I could just not see his fucking toes, that would be everything I needed.
Dude, he has a level of autism I kind of want to have because like
he is very like gets halfway into a conversation, turns around and leaves.
Yeah, like without saying anything. He does
so
not,
much respect.
He does not register some shit, and it's amazing. Like he does not give a fuck about like he'll read a room obviously. But he'll even be like, okay, you guys didn't like that. Cues. I don't care. We're going to keep doing this. And like, he just keeps going. Like, he does not fucking care. And like, to wear flip-flops on stage is insane.
Shorts is one thing, but flip-flops.
You know,
I never want to see a man's toes. Like, I don't like looking at my own. It looks like the beast's fingers coming out of when he turned into the blue guy.
Dude, he's so fucking funny. James is just funny as shit. Like, I don't even see Tom Murphy wearing sandals, dude. Like, Tom Murphy's as off the rails as it gets sometimes. Love him to death, but goddamn.
I mean, the reason Tom Murphy is who he is now is because he flew off the rails.
He's fucking great.
He looks so clean kept. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he's back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about for a while, but he's fucking great.
Yeah, man.
I did the love mic with him, Tyler Varela, and Bingo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When was that?
God, this is like a month ago or something.
Wait, you said love mic. Is this a mic, an open mic?
Yeah. Okay. It was. It's the restaurant right next to the Granada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is.
Right.
And it was the first time they ever had an open mic there.
Right.
And usually the open mic there is music. They've never done comedians before, so they thought, okay, we'll open it up with 4 comedians in 10-minute sets back to back to back to back to back.
Right, which is the right way to do it. You never do music before comedy.
It was fucking
tough,
so bad.
Yeah,
it was so bad.
It's the same thing with going to Balcony Club. I love Balcony Club because I love going and listening to live jazz music.
Yeah, but they've heard comedians there before.
They have.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
They
it's
had never heard comedians here, so like people are there waiting to like fucking play their "Hey There Delilah" cover, and fucking they have to sit through. Dude, imagine waiting to play a fucking acoustic set, and you have to sit through a Tom Murphy set before. Yeah, Jared. Yeah, you got your guitar. Where do you play? Just
play Wonderwall.
That's what happened when I went to the Outfit Brewery at one of Jamie's shows back in December. I walked in, and like the music was so fucking loud. I was like, God damn, they need to turn that fucking music down. I look over and some chick's playing the piano. She was doing her little performance shit. And she
Yeah, this was before Jamie's mic.
Dude, no, people. It's so weird whenever they mix mics like that, and like I'm
shows.
Sure, I'm sure it's gotten better. I'm sure the mic has gotten better.
Yeah, they all for the first time having comments.
Yeah, like, I'm not talking shit about it. I'm just saying that night in particular, it was really rough, but it was fun. I had fun. You know,
I think either the second or the third time I ever did stand up, the third open mic I did, I went on after a lady that played the harp.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, Jesus fucking, why do I do this?
Yep.
Is this really what I'm getting into right now?
I'm gonna go up there and talk about pissing myself.
Yeah, I remember the first joke I opened with was so like I had just like pulled something in my back, and I was talking about how I made like a noise like a little girl just got. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that joke. It's
we're already
it's a joke that I killed immediately. I did one. It was a one and done.
I think you might have told that at Reno's, and I told you no.
Yeah,
like I probably told you don't do that.
It's definitely the kind of joke that gets Green Gator banned.
Oh yeah, didn't take that much. No. Like if I'm the one that did it, it didn't really take that much to be honest.
This one was a lot. Yeah, I really honestly just wanted to make that noise on stage. That was all it was.
God, dude, it's so stupid.
Our YouTube's already shadow banned. We don't need to add to it.
Yeah, I did that a couple times with the Thomas episode where I caught myself about to say the P word.
Oh, I had to cut out like 8 minutes of that episode.
Yeah.
What P word? Pussy?
No. The longer one that Brian Peck is.
Oh yeah. You can't say kid lover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's their Nambla? Those.
Yeah.
We like fucking. How is that a thing?
I don't know. Censoring for YouTube is kind of gay.
Censoring for YouTube has gotten so much worse, but like.
You might have to believe that.
I don't like that. Oops. It's turning into 1984. Just fucking dystopian, burning books.
Do not say.
All right, let's say then.
Yeah. All right, but we're gonna have to bleep both of those. Both of those cannot be on there.
I'm the one that has to bleep it, so you know.
You know when I say we, I mean you because I pay you money.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, you paying money then? Fuck them.
Yeah, we are gonna have to get you an unpaid assistant though.
That's a laborer, Paxton.
I know. We need to find some dork that's trying to do comedy that also understands computers, so Blake can have an assistant.
You want an intern?
I don't want one. Blake needs one.
Dude, none of your picture frames are straight, and you want a fucking intern?
Yeah, so they can straighten them.
Yeah. Wouldn't you love someone to go get you more water or more of your drink that is what's the word? Inconspicuous?
No, it doesn't have any cannabis.
No, it doesn't have any cannabis.
No, not anymore. But like
it's crazy how much like weed can actually do now. For still being federally illegal, and any head shop can get raided at any time and screwed over.
Yeah, it still always makes me feel good.
Yeah,
it's great.
They're doing so much more than just handing out weed now. Like, oh, this one's
They have CBD shops in Japan.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not expect that.
It surprised me too. And
is it good CBD? Like
I don't
the
know.
Fake CBD?
I didn't want to do it because the last thing I want to do when I'm walking 10 to 15 miles a day is rip a fucking CBD bowl. That's like I don't really want to do that.
I did that in LA. Like there was one morning when my friend went to work and I just walked to the first dispensary that was open and it was 3 miles away. And I'm like, man, this is fun. I get to walk outside, and on the way back I had smoked a little bit too much of a paycheck that I spent on that weed. I was like, this is tough. This is really tough. And then I had to like keep looking up where he lived. I'm like, I'm definitely lost. Just walking down LA. That's where I met the nice homeless man. That's a whole bit that I'm trying to work on. It was neat. I miss LA.
LA sucks.
It was nice to visit. It's not. I would never live there.
Oh no.
Yeah. Talk about 1984 dystopian.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Yeah.
Dude, San Francisco is basically Raccoon City at this point. It is so.
What is Raccoon City?
From Resident Evil.
Oh, I never watched it.
Yeah, it's so fucked. Like San Francisco is like, we need to get rid of it. We need to do something. Like, we need to put it on the same level as Quebec and just get rid of it.
We need the San Andreas fault line to fall on Chicago. San Francisco just fucking perforate it out.
I was going to say, what the fuck does Chicago do to anybody? Chicago's kind of a shithole too, but it's not that bad.
Not yet. It's about to go full Mad Max. O-Block down there is about to stretch out.
Dude, San Francisco would go, well, Fent Max before any of that shit, but goddamn, dude, like, they're so bad. I like anyone that wants to move to California is delusional.
Yeah, unless there's just a huge bubble burst here within the 5 years and it drops, and then you get something in the drop. But it'll be fucked up for a long time.
Yeah, because nobody wants to do anything.
And now everyone's fucking up by coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fucking everything up here.
Yeah.
It's pissing me off.
I liked it when 5 of my comedians I liked came here, but that was it. I want to close the borders.
No, we're one go, all go.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is, but it's okay. It's Austin. Well, some of them are making their way to Dallas, which is kind of scary, but
Yeah. I'm wondering what, like, I don't think Dallas will be the next scene. There's not enough walkability to it.
No.
Someone tried to tell me
not
Nashville
unless,
was the next scene.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Is it really?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'd love for Nashville to be the next scene. That'd be interesting as hell.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine with Nashville the way it's like set up structurally, like that it would be everything's walkable.
I've never been to their downtown, but from what I hear, it's very like it's the same thing. Like if you did it with Deep Ellum, Dallas would be able to be a hub.
Yeah.
If we cleaned up Deep Ellum. Not cleaned up in the sense of like close down the bars or anything.
Right, but stop
like,
the gun violence down after 1 a.m.
Keep the bars the same because every fucking bar there has a PA and a stage.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are we doing? We have plenty of bars for open mics and plenty of opportunities down here. There's even some stages that would be good for some shows.
Right.
Like some pop-up shows. Can you imagine getting a show going at Club Dada? That'd be fun as hell.
Yeah, specifically not the one right next to it that Jamie also did.
Yeah, because they always had music going on.
Honestly, they just need to tear down that wall and make one bigger place.
Yeah, but like, there's plenty of space. Like fucking, what is it? Deep Ellum Saloon.
Yeah.
They also have a stage.
Yeah.
So if we were able to do that with Deep Ellum, then yes, we would be able to be like Nashville because Nashville's up next because a lot of, like from what I hear, a lot of their places are doing that.
That's great. I mean, I really thought we were about to be in a huge downtick of comedy, which I still think we are. Because it's always cyclical. Like, it was huge in the 80s, it was huge in the 90s, but in between those times, it still did drop. Like, it had its one moment that came back. Yeah.
It's just cultural flows.
YouTube's going to get fucked over, TikTok's going to get banned, and we're going to have to create a new app like Vine and Rumble or whatever.
Yeah, and then, like, some comedians are going to go away, which is fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool with me. Like,
Yeah, dude.
I'm just going to keep doing this because it's fun. Like, I don't really give a fuck about making it.
I have no problems with comics, even if I like them or not, being in the scene. There's just literally too many of them right now.
Yeah, it's very
It's-
oversaturated. Everybody wants to do it, and that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying, like, dude, I've been doing it for 2.5 years. I don't know shit.
Right. I have no place to talk.
I am a
but-
part of the new wave. I don't know shit.
Right.
So,
I hate the fact that at this point, there are a lot of mics where I walk in, and sometimes me being a little over 18 months, I'm still the most experienced in the room. And that's terrible. I should never be the most experienced anywhere.
I think it's fun for the scene because it's growing.
It's growing, but it's growing negatively, too. Like,
Well, yeah, but
all these
it's
new-
called growing pains.
yeah, but all these new jackasses are coming in. There's no gatekeepers anymore, which, I mean, gatekeepers are bad, but gatekeepers are also good. They keep the fucking knuckleheads from ruining a mic and talking the whole time in the back of the audience. Like, I don't want to be the asshole when I go to a mic because I go do comedy to stop being an asshole. But don't make me be one because I will be. Because if you talk during my set, I'm going to punch your nose. Like, I'm going to fucking break your teeth.
Well, at that point, it just falls on the people that run the mics.
Yeah.
That and myself and that is included. But the way I see it
But yours,
is-
when it gets rowdy, it's still fun. And, like,
yeah, like I want to
it's-
make sure it's rowdy, but I don't want it to be absurd. Like it is absurd sometimes. Reno's gets fucking absurd.
yeah, you have someone get
gotta
naked.
like I got to find different wording. I don't want it to ever get to where
Hectic.
people feel unsafe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't ever want that. And unsafe in the sense of like excluded. You know, like I don't want any slurs or anything like that going on.
Yeah, and like there's even too, and I understand that it's its own vein of comedy, but there are so many comedians that are trying to be these Sam Kinnisons, these Bill Burrs. They're just too aggressive, and they don't get that they're not good enough.
They don't know the difference between a joke and hate speech.
Yeah,
And you
or
can't
just
do that
being
at
like
my mic.
legit angry.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you-
the way I see it is like, if you can keep them away from your mics, let these bad comedians be bad comedians and figure it out themselves.
right?
We don't have to we can't fucking save them. Who cares? Let them figure it out.
We just need to get to a point where, and this is just a random number I'm pulling out of my ass, but say 5 more mics get added. it'd be in our best interest if 2 or 3 of them were listed. Like, you do the time beforehand. Like, DCC does theirs, but not as terrible as they do theirs because it's not random. But that thing is, like, DCC does the right thing, but they're doing the wrong way about promoting it as random because 5 slots are random.
Yeah.
Then, but I'm not. They have to put their students up. That makes 100% sense because they paid money to the club. Stick with what you got. Stick with your people who are promoting y'all. But also, I mean, if you're gonna call it random, there needs to be like, even if it's 40% of it, 40% need to be a random list.
Yeah, we need some. I don't know. Let them do what they do.
That's why I was happy when Travis posted that thing, like that he was opening a comedy club.
That was an April Fool's, buddy.
That
I got tricked
ended
too.
up being an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
But that definitely would have been a fucking badass club. It would have been a comedian's club.
Yeah, and where he was standing was literally across the street from Dallas Hyenas. So it was a great April Fool's joke because I was befuddled and tricked for easily 4 hours before someone told me. But I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Travis, I'm a fan of the guy that's always having, like, Lawrence Rosales was the one who came on with him for this episode we're talking about. And I think he'd do a really good job as a comedy manager or comedy facilitator because his podcast is really good. He knows how to do it, and he's also not trying to steal anything from anyone, like, light-wise.
I'm struggling to focus because I got to pee real quick. So give me 1 second.
Blake, what are we at on time?
We're at an hour.
We're at an hour?
Yeah.
That's a great way to end it up because I got to pee too.
Yeah, just shit.
Boy.
All right. What a way to end the episode. Milk, lemonade. All right. Thank y'all so much for coming back to watch another episode of the Dingbat District. And thank you so much, Anthony, for coming back on another episode. Will you go ahead and plug up your socials again?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Hey Ramos, Ramoz. I can announce this because it will be out. Wait, how long until this episode's posted?
I'm going to have Blake kind of push this one up, but it'll still be a minute. I'll get back to you with a more definitive date.
That's fine. That's fine. Then I can go ahead and promote it. Me and Rudy Ventura are starting a new pop-up show.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's called Drop the Pin. First show is going to be May 4th at Modern Blends, a barbershop in Allen.
Oh, hell yeah.
Basically, this whole thing with the pop-up shows is we only put up shows at independently or family-owned locations.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it going to be drop the pin as in, like, it changes all the time, or drop the pin like you don't know the location until 24 hours before kind of drop the pin?
We're still working on that, but yeah. Like, it's just going to be a little kind of like semi-secret pop-up show. So
that's nice.
It'll be a lot of fun. We got our first lineup already ready. I can show you after this, but I can't really announce it. But
of course, yeah.
Sick. It's really
I definitely want to see that. And then also go check him out. You got a couple podcasts. If you want to go ahead and plug those up because those are very interesting and niche, and you can find some sort of demographic from that.
Got Daft Dialogue, which I haven't done in a very long time. I'll probably get back to that pretty soon.
Dude, Daft Dialogue was fun. Like when I was forcing myself to go do cardio or bike rides, I'd specifically turn on. I don't listen to any of our friends' podcasts, so I don't feel bad when any of my friends don't watch this one at all. But I listened to yours. And I genuinely enjoyed it because it was all the people that I enjoyed being around in the scene, and you're a really good host as well. So y'all go check out Daft Dialogue and your other one, Crits and Gigs.
Yeah, that one actually ended.
That one ended?
Yeah, it ended.
Damn.
We unfortunately had to disband the group, but I'll.
What if you do seasons? Like, since you're the host of it, like,
I'll probably end up doing another Dungeons and Dragons thing. I just got to find time. That's
because I mean, in all honesty, I think anyone that plays Dungeons and Dragons is super dorky. However, with you and all that, like, I definitely just listen to what's going on because I've never played, I've never tried to play. I'm too stupid to play a role play game.
Me too.
Yeah.
that's why I run them.
But y'all go check out Daft Dialogue and Crits and Gigs, and go check out him on Instagram at Hey Ramos and Reno's Chop Shop for also great mics and great shows always happening. Thank you so much for coming on again, buddy, and thank y'all so much for watching another episode of the Dingbat District. Y'all keep coming back. Bye.
Bye-bye.